Right, so I've been working on my repair of the red Pelicans to Provost. I've had to wait for the delivery of some yellow paint from suppliers, Airfix, and so because I needed to adjust the paint tone to what I'd had before for the I changed the colour slightly because I thought it more of a pinky sort of, not an orangey sort of red than a regular red. So I used Emerald 19, one of these pots people usually dismiss, and put a couple of drops of yellow in to try and orange it up a bit until it seemed to fit, to look right. So then I could, there we are, see, just to show you, prove to you that I haven't glued them on yet. Yeah, I've had to reattach the tail, totally snapped off, and I had to colour match the red. It's not ideal, but it's sort of museum standard. It won't fly again, but static standard. The colour doesn't look the same in real life as it does on camera. It's more of a red than it looks on camera, but that's the colour balance of the camera, I think. With the frames, I did black first, and then using a mixture of Tamiya tape masking and using a cocktail stick method of just generally going through, use that side because that's what I did, doing the come on, get in focus, oops, there we are, that's near enough, just gently layering on, flowing the paint onto the edge of the framework there, so that'll stick on with a bit of white glue later on. And I've also got the undercarriage ready to put back on too. I'll have to make sure they're the right side. I'd have to dig out the hole there, and the other one is the one which came off it. I'm using spare parts from another kit, so I've got to try and match this back in there and get the other one to the right length. The forward nose in the carriage wheel, it's quite easy because it's just a pad which goes on there, and then an undercarriage nose wheel slots in sort of like this, but it's glued obviously, so it'll look a bit like that. So there, that'll be all put together tomorrow. Right, I'm going to show you now how I glue the cockpits on. I use white glue. Doesn't have to be plastic, but white glue is quite easy to dispense. So you unscrew the top. This top stays on, so I squeeze it a bit so it comes off the end, and then I shut it back up, and it remains a little lower left over. Put on a bit of card, so it's easy to use. And I get a bit of a cocktail stick. This one I may have seen in other videos with other sections. And put only that much, scrape it off the board, put that much left. Okay, you can see that. And then I can gently roll it off on there. And again, pick some more up, gently roll it off, let it spread naturally, like trail it across there. And the same thing for the back edge there. Trail it on. Didn't squeeze out enough, did I? But just trail it on, like so. Doesn't matter if it gets a bit tacky because it helps. While it's like that, I'll scrape a bit off on a bit of tissue. There. Now, all I have to do now is to without getting too sticky. I only put a little bit on. You don't need much at all, and just gently put it into place there where it should go. The good thing about white glue is that it does dry clear, so whatever white marks you may see, you can use a bit of tissue to wipe off the excess while holding it in place without pushing it back off again, and so it's not too sticky everywhere. Only put as much as you need to put on, otherwise you're wasting the glue and you're just getting all gummed up, literally. And just try and make sure it's lined up there. This little shape there. There we are. That's that part on. See? Now we put the nose wheel on. A little bit of painting. And that'll be able to focus one. And put one of the old wheels on, because that's where the wheel came off. So I wanted to put that on first so I could see how much I needed to, if I needed to file anything off to put the new wheel on. But it doesn't really need much. So I've taken about 0.5 millimeter off. And there's the, should it be coming in the camera? Where is it? Yeah, there we are. There's the new wheel, ready to put on. And just a matter of putting it on. There, in the dark. And it's about the same height. So there you go. Tomorrow I've put the other wheel on now, which I think is this one. Yeah, not that one, this one. I've put the aerial on underneath there, so at the moment it can actually, and I've got the pitot tube on here as well, but painted up. See that? That's going to be, yeah, put on. They're new parts. There was that and that are new parts, and so is the nose wheel. So it does actually stand up on its own feet at the moment. Hey, first time in ages. But I'm going to leave it off overnight so that I can make sure that the glue is set. There we are. So here we are then, in natural light, to try and give as best a view of it as possible, for the colour wise. The Jet Provost Mark IV in red Pelicans colours. But anyway, I'm delighted to say it's finished and rebuilt, and there it is. Got the little white aerial on the top, another one underneath. Yeah. Some of the decals I have to leave as they are because they're scratched and damaged. I could put a little bit of blue paint on it, but I won't bother. Part of the history of the kit and model. One of the wheels is new, one of the wheels is old. Two of the wheels are new actually. Front wheel is new. There we are. Original seats. Original back part of the cockpit. New middle and front. Put the tail back on because that got snapped off. So that's all been from there down. It's all been snapped off. Light is not very good. Natural light. See. From there to there, I had to be put back on. Didn't have any wheels, didn't have any cockpit, and the ejector seats had come out. But apart from that, and the wheels are snapped off obviously. But I decided to put it back together again, make some repairs rather than just throwing it away. Alright, so there we are. That is the restoration of the Airfix Jet Provost Mark IV for the Red Pelicans livery. Thank you for watching. Ta-da now.